Gun control can't not help this.
Yes, it
So
can't
wait,
help
you
this.
you stayed silent last week, and now you're coming down on the side of gun control?
I'm not saying, yes, we have to take everybody's guns, but there has to be some more control over who has a gun.
Well,
and how many guns they have.
I said it last week, and I'll go on record as saying I do not have a problem with stricter controls on the licensing, that type of thing.
I have a
but
problem with it.
I don't want to see. I'm tired of them screaming, "Oh, we have to ban this type of weapon, and you shouldn't be able to have this." And you know, I'm thinking, if I've not done anything illegal, then why shouldn't I be able to have it? Why are you infringing upon my rights?
And then, you know, see, that's the thing that bothers me is like that one thing is actually a right. It's actually it's in the Constitution.
It is in the Constitution.
There's a lot of
right.
other things people fight over that are not rights.
Yeah, you know.
And they feel like they have the right, but they really don't. But this is an actual right, and you're fighting against it.
Well, I didn't mean to get into this conversation, but
right.
you know, as a perfect example of that.
Let's talk about pools or something.
You know, since we're here, you see it all the time in the news. It's happened several times in this last year alone that somebody gets into a car and mows down a whole bunch of people.
Yeah.
But nobody goes out and starts screaming, "Oh, we need more car control. People shouldn't have large vehicles that are jacked up 6 feet off the ground with monster truck tires driving around on the street." You know, you don't hear anybody say anything about, you know, you shouldn't have large SUVs and blah, 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 whatever. But the
those are
minute
actually
somebody
some of
goes
the
into a
first
crowd
stats
and
that
shoots
people
up,
pull
oh,
out.
now we got to talk about gun control. And going back to what you were saying, the one thing that is in the Constitution, the one thing that is a right, is the right to own a weapon. There is no law that says you have to have that you have the right to drive a car.
Right.
That's a privilege, and nobody ever talks about that when somebody goes and drives drunk and mows down a whole bunch of people.
Right.
There were no cars when they wrote it.
But they have
You can
the right to freedom
you can
of
damn
travel.
sure know that if there were cars when they wrote the
Well, no,
Constitution,
they didn't.
there would be cars.
Why
in
would
the
they write in there that every
Constitution.
person has the right to a horse and buggy, though?
Exactly. There you go.
They could have done that. They could have
'Cause
said
they're
every person has a
lame.
right. If nothing else, every
And
person has a right
cars
to a
are
good pair of
awesome.
shoes.
You know what? I don't want anybody taking my ability to drive either. But you know, on that same note, I'm not going to get behind the wheel and try mowing down a whole bunch of people
Well,
just because I'm having a bad day.
Here's the
not
thing,
that
though.
there haven't been times I would like to, but I'm not going to do it.
Here's the thing. I mean, how far of a leap is it, though? If they start doing all these, like, psych checks and whatnot, if you're not good enough to get a gun, are they really going to allow you to have a car? I mean, if they're saying you're crazy, are they going to let you drive?
You know, that's a question
saying.
for people. That's above my pay grade.
I'm sorry, they're going to start doing psych checks.
Everybody talks about having these checks
a psychological
for mental
evaluation.
health
You know,
evaluation.
before you can buy a
I
gun.
get the psych check, but when is this pending?
That's one of the minimum requirements that they want if they can't get actual gun bans. They want some type of increased background check, and they want it to be a mental health check.
And that would be terrible.
Yes, it would.
All right, so from guns and cars, let's go to the other
Oh,
thing
my eyes are rolling too hard.
that runs